What's going on, guys? Now, recently, while playing my Nintendo Switch, I've come across the dreaded left Joy-Con issues. Now, for any of you who aren't aware, left Joy-Con issues are very well documented with launch model Switches like mine is, where they like to unsync and disconnect, and sometimes even when I'm playing and I use the analog stick to move in a certain direction, my character likes to continue moving in that direction even when I've let off of the analog stick. Now, these are known issues. And at first, I thought maybe I'm sitting too far away, maybe there's interference, but there's times where it disconnects, and I'll hold it right next to the docking station, and it still won't sync back up. Now, I was just going to go out and buy a new Joy-Con, however, the Joy-Con, they work fine when I'm playing my Switch in portable mode. So I figured it's a left Joy-Con issue, and I thought instead of just buying a new Joy-Con, I'd make a little bit of an investment. And I picked up today the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. Now, I say investment, and for the price tag, these things are investments. $69.99 price tag, brand new. Nintendo is definitely making a nice little chunk of change off of me by purchasing this. However, I've heard nothing but great things for the Pro Controller. So what I wanted to do was do a little unboxing. Let's see how this feels, because I've never even held one of these before. And, let's see what my initial impressions of the Pro Controller are. Now, offhand, Nintendo has put these little stickers on the side, which I could just use a box cutter, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to peel that off, only because I don't know where my box cutter is right now. Now, there are wired and wireless variants of the Pro Controller. I went with the wireless variant, and there is a couple major differences for any of you guys looking to invest in one of them. Now, the wired ones, they are licensed by Nintendo, but a lot of them, I believe, are made by Hori. And in them, they also lose the HD and, naturally, the wireless feature. The HD Rumble feature is what I'm talking about. That's what it loses in the wired ones. And I kind of didn't want to lose anything by picking up the Pro Controller, so I figured I'd shell out the money as long as this thing works fine. And reviews all say that this Pro Controller doesn't really have any issues when it comes to connectivity. So I figured I might as well just play it, especially because I've been playing Octopath Traveler. And that game's a game that you don't really want control issues, not because it'll directly really affect the game, but that's an RPG, and when I'm playing RPGs, I'm focused in them. So, offhand, let's slide this bad boy out. Let's see what we got. Now, inside, there's a charging cable, a USB-C charging cable, which I'm happy Nintendo has provided, and it is mildly thick, which, that's going to be good. And shielded, hopefully. But what matters the most is the actual Pro Controller. Which, wow, okay. For the first time holding this thing has a nice little decent bit of weight to it. It feels fine in the hands. The triggers work, they're clicky. The analog sticks are nice. D-pad's nice. I've heard some people complain about the D-pad. Because the whole D-pad kind of moves and you might miss input buttons. But overall, this feels nice in the hand. I like the design to it. It's a nice premium quality. It definitely takes a look of kind of almost like an Xbox 360 controller. Surprised how big the buttons on the front are, though. Usually buttons aren't like this massive, but I'm okay with it. Does sit nice and comfortably in the hands. And overall, I'm very impressed with this product. It's a first-party Nintendo product. And for the $70 price tag, is it worth it to you? Well, I mean, for me, I could have just replaced the left Joy-Con, but I've been wanting a Pro Controller for a while, so I definitely want to say that if you have been wanting a Pro Controller and you're having Joy-Con issues, but it still works fine in handheld mode, I would say maybe the Pro Controller is a good route to go to. I don't play a lot of games that require motion controls, and usually with my Joy-Cons, I've kind of held them as like the Wii Remote and Nunchuck in separate hands, never even in the actual controller grip. So this is a nice little upgrade. I guess I'll play some games and see how this holds up. But overall, my initial impressions for this controller are very positive. I think Nintendo's done a great job with build quality. Analog sticks are clicky. There's a home button, a screenshot button. And if you guys are wondering if you should buy the Pro Controller, I honestly say that it all depends on how often you're going to be playing on a TV in docked mode And also, do you really think it's worth the price tag? Now, I was personally hoping for these to go down in price, and they haven't. But you can get the third-party ones that are licensed by Nintendo. They are official Switch products. They're wired, but you lose I think the Amiibo support and the HD Rumble support. However, they are like a third of the price. And I assume they're going to use the same mold that this one does. So maybe for that minimal price tag it might be worth it. But I'm definitely very impressed so far, just by the feel and the layout of this Pro Controller. If you guys have used a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller before, what do you think of it? Is it worth the pickup? Leave your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching this video. Share it, like it, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other videos. Until next time, let me charge this bad boy up and let's see what we got going. Have a good day.